Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10. Hello, I'm Himothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gonna say now? We came along from last place. Bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back.
What it do? You're listening to the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole, and welcome to our Baltimore Ravens recap show. Joining me is Bowie TV's Ravens beat reporter Carita Parks. Carita is also founder of Double Take Sports. She's the amazing Baltimore Ravens reporter. Y'all already know. I gotta tell y'all this. Y'all already know what time it is with her. Anyway, what's going on, Carita?
Man, can't complain. Cannot complain. How about that?
I like that. You know what I mean? Because we all could complain. That is a thing.
Don't complain.
we all could complain. But yeah, you've been busy. And speaking of being busy, obviously because you were in Miami, what a place to be. Because I love Miami. Anybody who knows me knows I love Miami. But
love-hate relationship with Miami. It depends on where I'm at in Miami.
I can see that. I get that. I definitely get that. Yeah. I have my favorite places in Miami. I understand. But last Thursday, the Ravens went on the road to defeat the Miami Dolphins 28-6. The Ravens also have a new edge rusher, and they also got rid of a cornerback that we talked about a lot. But before we talk about all that, we got to knock out some logistics. Hey, check out the Urban Sports Team website, which is www.urbansportsteam.com. You subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, tune in, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to the Urban Sports Scene and Bowie TV YouTube channels. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our shows. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the chat. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and also like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. You can also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, Carita. Before we talk about the actual game, we got to keep a little current. The Ravens made some significant moves, acquiring Dre'Mont Jones. Ravens got a 2026 a conditional 5th rounder. They traded away. Did they trade away the I think they traded away a conditional 5th rounder, and they traded Jair Alexander and for a 2027 a 7th rounder to the Eagles, and for a 2026 6th rounder. Based on what you're hearing around the team, how was this trade received?
I mean, everybody knows that the Ravens needed an edge rusher. So that was one of the positions of need. If they were going to get anything in before the trade deadline, that was one of the positions that they needed, especially when they traded away Odafe Owe.
Mm-hmm.
So that there was a need for that. So there's positive reception. He's been very productive. In the past 4 games, he's had 4.5 sacks. And in doing my research, this has been the best season of his career thus far.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely feel like the Ravens could use that help. And then he's also versatile, so they can move him around on the defensive line. But with Justin Madubuike, once he went out for the season, that kind of left some gaps on defense. And rookies had to come in and fill those gaps really quick. And they've done a good job. Don't get me wrong. Like over the season, they have progress, but they're still rookies, and rookies still have to learn, right?
Fact.
You need someone that can come in there and just do what needs to be done, especially if you are still trying to make a playoff push.
Do you feel like, Mike Green started this kind of turn, like it's been playing better week by week recently? What does that do for his progression? Does it does it take him out of the starting lineup, or will he still, be able to be in that slot in the rotation?
Yeah, I mean, that'll be interesting to watch whether or not it takes him out of the starting lineup. But I do feel like it would kind of allow him to play more freely too,
Okay.
because he doesn't have that pressure, but he was handling the pressure well as the last couple of weeks. But I just think it comes down to the Ravens needing depth.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, Mike Green will still be at least in the starting lineup for the next game.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they drafted him as a part of their future, Mike Green. And so I think they'll do what they can to keep getting him more snaps. But those guys have had to play a lot. And I don't think it was the intention of the Ravens for them to have to play so much, but with all the injuries.
Yeah.
I think they do need a veteran presence in there. Besides Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah. So speaking on another slide, on the other side of the trade, a guy who did get traded, Jair Alexander. Surprise! I mean, I don't think it's surprising because it was the lack of playing time, but just surprising. Are you just surprised it didn't work out in Baltimore?
I am surprised it didn't work out. There was a lot of anticipation when he was signed, and especially with his relationship with Lamar, it just seemed like the perfect place for him to be.
Yeah.
He added some depth to the corner position, but I think what kind of may have messed things up for him is when he got hurt in training camp, because then he missed a few weeks and then the season started and he wasn't up to speed. And so they were playing other guys and they ultimately seemed to have decided to roll with the guys that they had out there. But I think what was strangest to me is they never really seemed to see him as a key part of their secondary as like the season opened.
Yep.
Prior to that, it seemed like he would be a key part of the defense, but as the season unfolded, it was very clear he was not. I mean, there were rookies getting more playing time than Jair.
Yeah,
and we never know what's going on with somebody in their injuries. Maybe there was more than we knew. But I did just see a quote from Howie Roseman with the Eagles, and he said he had a conversation with the Ravens about like Jair's status, and he felt it was worth the risk.
Worth it, okay.
Whatever that.
But from what you know, like he's healthy though, right? Like he's healthy.
As far as I know.
Yeah, okay. As far as you know.
He was a healthy inactive.
All right.
For a couple weeks.
All
so
right.
as far as I know, he's healthy. Now, is he the Jair Alexander we remember? I don't know. Fans keep saying, well, he didn't look the same. And I'm still trying to figure out how do they know? Because maybe if you're just judging off of that one game against the Bills, after that, he barely played. So how do you know?
Yeah, you don't really know. They're just saying it. That's the problem. Folks should be saying stuff.
You got it.
No, folks, I ain't gonna lie. Like just because somebody doesn't play, that's what the overall opinion is. Like, oh yeah, definitely, it has to be a fact. Like he's done. He ain't look the same.
For me, it'll be very interesting.
How he looks
I think there's two things I'm going to say about that. One, it'll be very interesting to see how he does play with the Eagles.
I agree.
That'll be one thing. And then secondly, I just feel like, hey, he wanted to play. And so hopefully he's in a situation now where he has that opportunity. And I just don't think the Eagles would take that risk if they thought they couldn't get something out of him.
Yeah, I guess, luckily again for the Eagles, the draft pick isn't as severe, I guess, for them.
No.
We'll see. I mean, I think it's a low risk, high reward type of situation. You're getting, if he isn't, all right, you probably lost a late draft pick. But I
feel like that when the Ravens signed him, it was the same situation.
Yeah. So, who knows? I mean, he's a guy again that's crazy. He was actually one of the best corners in the NFL.
I just think that when you talk about the Ravens defense, like granted, I cannot say how well he looks, because like I said, in my opinion, I don't feel like I saw enough to make that
Yeah,
determination.
exactly.
But his attitude and his confidence is like what you want on the Ravens defense.
Facts. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
So it's unfortunate it didn't work out. I do wish we would have saw more of him. And yeah, that'll be a head scratcher.
Yeah, I think it's just weird. It's all weird.
I understood the Deontay Johnson thing. I kind of understood why that one went the way it went, because he was a late season addition. He was not going to have that many opportunities behind at the time Bates, Zay, and Nelson Aguilar. So I got that one, but this one I'm not really understanding.
Carlos, what's going on? Carlos Davis said, I still can't believe they didn't give him a real shot. I don't get it either, Carlos.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not really understanding, and we never really got any clear answers on that.
Yeah, I just think I think it's odd. I always feel like with something like that, when you don't have any answers to something like that, and I just feel like it's something personal. That's something that's happened. Either he rubbed the coaches the wrong way or whatever. That's my thought process of it, because I just can't see, to your point, him getting him being inactive and Ricky's being active over him. And again, when the defense is really
rotating the rookies in and out.
Yeah, and when your defense is really struggling, that's the thing. It's not like your defense is playing at a top level. Your defense was struggling, and the rookies were getting beat. Everybody was getting beat. Everybody was getting that work. Like, and
that was one of the points I made. I'm like, how could he have possibly hurt the defense any more than they were already hurting at that time?
Exactly. And for folks to come out and, I don't know, man, that's just weird. For folks to come out and automatically say that, yeah, you can point him out of everybody.
He don't look the same.
Yeah, like you can't point him out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's all looking bad, you can't point him out and say, "Oh, he's the one." Like that's
when he was active, he literally barely played in those games.
Yeah.
They're only going off the Bills, and at that point, he had been injured in training camp.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to think about how much he did not play.
Yeah.
Before he signed with the Ravens because of his injury. So him having rust made sense. Now, I'm not saying you keep him in there through the rust, but he's got to continue to play, or at least be rotated in and out to get back into form.
Yeah, like Carlos said, I get him learning a new team, but corner is one of those positions where you got to get reps. I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I never felt like it was a matter of him needing to learn. I don't even think it took him that long to learn. If we're being honest, it was just a mystery at first. At first, I was buying the answer. It was like, we got to get him into game shape. Okay.
Yeah.
But then as the weeks continue to go by, it's like, what is this really about? And then when Coach Harbaugh was asked about the trade on Monday, he simply said,
I heard that.
We had an opportunity to make our team better. There was not much else.
Oh, I heard that one. That was funny to me.
Because the question was,
that was funny to me.
Like, why did they trade him? And did it have something to do with just not being able to get him snaps?
Yeah.
And the response was, we basically had an opportunity to make our team better.
Yeah, that's all it was. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was kind of weird. That whole, I don't know. It was weird. Oh, wait, know what? Good luck.
Well, we probably will know.
Oh, we will know.
Maybe when Jair speaks.
Oh, once he gets to speak, we will know. Like, that's a fact. Like, we will definitely know what happened with his tenure here. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fascinating, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. And I actually, now to his credit, and everybody has said this, and I will say the same thing. He definitely handled the situation as well as someone possibly could.
Agreed.
I will say the last game against Miami, when he was walking out the locker room, that was probably like the one time I definitely saw him looking dejected.
Okay. Oh, the Miami game, he was dejected?
Well, dejected as he was walking out.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah.
Poor child. Well, no, know what? No, he got what he wanted. What am I talking about? He's good.
Hopefully it's a better situation.
Nah, he gets to play. He'll get to play now. Like he'll get the opportunity.
What happened?
Oh, Carita, if he starts the ball, he's going to let folks know what happened. I guarantee you. If he gets playing time, he has some type of success. I ain't saying he's going to look like the old Alexander, but if he looks some type of success, oh, he going to speak on it.
But I feel like
He going to speak on it.
So.
I don't know. I for like Raven fans' sake, in terms of like, I hope he doesn't ball. Put it that way. Like, because that's gonna look real funny if he goes out looking really good, and folks are gonna be like, "Why you ain't at least activate him a few times?" You know what I mean? That would be
already the question.
Yeah. So it'd be like we'll see how it is. But you know what, Carita, we gotta talk about the game. Before we talk about this game, let's play your amazing rundown, because they're always amazing. So we're gonna play it.
This is Carita Parks with Bowie TV at Hard Rock Stadium. The Baltimore Ravens won their second game in a row with a 28-6 victory over the Miami Dolphins. It was also the return of Lamar Jackson, who's been out the past 3 games with a hamstring injury, but he didn't look like he missed a beat, throwing for 4 touchdowns tonight. It was also a homecoming for Lamar Jackson and many of his teammates, so he was happy to get the win.
2 more from
Lamar, I know you want to get a win no matter what, but how nice was it to get one here in South Florida? I think they had like 60 or something people here just doing that with your teammates.
I was hoping he got him in his zone. But last time we played down here like 2021, Thursday night. Yeah, because I think we played Minnesota, then played the Dolphins, and we lost. So we wasn't trying to let that happen again. Some of the guys was on the team, but I just felt like I couldn't lose this game, coming down here and performing in front of the crowd again. But shout out to everyone on our team, because we got to do it.
The Ravens defense was also huge in this game. Alohi Gilman, he forced a fumble early in the first quarter to set up the Ravens' first touchdown of the game. Defense went on to have 2 more turnovers. That is the most that they've had in one game this season. I spoke to Coach Harbaugh about how this defense has responded since the bye week.
The defense had multiple turnovers today, and since the bye, they've been producing turnovers. Just what can you say about how they've responded?
I think the defense played great. I mean, just all the things that you talked about. We talked about the ball assaults, we call it. We hadn't had enough of them. We've been trying, but we couldn't get the ball. And to get the 3 today, the first time I think we've got multiple turnovers probably in the game. That was really big. And to see the way we did it, I mean, we had 2 guys that caused fumbles and recovered the fumbles. And then to throw the ball deep down the field, Malachi to make that play deep. That's why we drafted him, because that's what he does. And
it was also a big night for the Ravens tight ends. 3 of Lamar Jackson's 4 touchdowns were to Mark Andrews, who had 2, and then Charlie Kolar, who had the 3rd one. Isaiah Likely, he also has some big plays tonight. I spoke to Likely about how it feels for this team to be making progress towards their goal of getting more wins so that they can make a playoff run. Isaiah, coming out of the bye, knowing that you have that goal to keep winning, does it feel like you're making progress towards that goal? I know it's just 2 back-to-back big wins.
I mean, for sure. I mean, and that's just, everybody really just back being healthy. Everybody just, I felt like everybody was having fun out there. You guys seeing, a lot of celebrations, a lot of everybody turning up together, whether it was defense, offense, touchdowns. Everybody was finally having fun, letting steam off, and showing that we back.
This is Carita Parks. That has been your Ravens Rundown. Be sure to follow us on social media at Bowie TV Sports, and you could also find us on Comcast in Prince George's County.
So there you go. Look at you.
In my bag. I was in my
Hey, I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love when people talk you know what? I can't curse on here. They talk their stuff. But you know what? But speaking on the game, man. Again, we saw you there. You were there in Miami, living a good life. What stood out to you about Lamar's performance, and returning after missing, several weeks.
My only slight concern going into that game was, would there be some rust?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there was a little bit in the first half, but after that, in the second half, I had another question for him that wasn't in the rundown, but I asked him basically, was there a message at halftime, or did he just feel more comfortable? And he said he felt more comfortable in the second half.
Yeah,
and I think he saw that, but he was able to maintain and keep things going in the first half. So I think once he started feeling comfortable and more like himself, that is a good sign for moving forward.
Yeah, he looked good. I mean, he was okay in the first half, but in the second half, he was sharp. I knew he was like 9 for 9 for a hot second. And he felt, and he even had a nice little run in the second half, where so he to me was definitely more comfortable. You could tell though he was. I think he didn't hit Zay in that deep pass in the second half.
That was the second half. And was it also the second half he hit Bate for the touchdown?
Second half was he hit Bateman in the second half. Yeah, that was in the second half because he had Andrews for the first 2 touchdowns in the first half, and then he had Kolar and and Bateman in the second half. But he was definitely sharper, and he was still good in the first half. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, he was
still good.
First half, but you could tell in the second half he felt more like, because like you said, he was doing a little more running, a little more around. And you could tell he started to feel more like, all right.
How do you think he's with the hamstring? Do you think he's 110%? You think he's 100% healthy? Did he look like the same fast Lamar watching it there? Because on TV, I can't tell, but he was still fast enough, but.
He was fast enough, but I think I could tell, even though he was good in the first half, I could tell he wasn't, maybe he was 100% there. The second half, I felt a little better about.
Got you.
About, how he was progressing.
I got you.
But, I think we'll really be able to see against the Vikings because keeping it a buck, I mean, unfortunately, the Dolphins are just not good this year. So he'll probably be pressed more is what I'm saying in the Vikings game. And I think based on how he reacts to certain things, we'll be able to tell more.
I like that thought process. No, I agree. I think they'll be tested. I mean, the Vikings defense is aggressive. It's a very aggressive defense. Yeah, very aggressive defense. Carlos says 77 has like a blooper reel instead of a good tape with his blocking. Can y'all ask coaches why they stick with him? That's all 77.
They believe in his potential. That's all I can say. I mean, he's come up, several times throughout the season, and they believe in his potential. Apparently, there's no one on the roster that they feel is better.
Yeah.
And they didn't feel like it was enough of a priority to pursue someone before the trade deadline. So y'all got to see that 77 tape through the rest of the season.
You better get used to it, basically. You're used to it. You're going to see them. Y'all going to have more tweets and stuff about that consistency. We're getting used to it. I know that's right. Oh, man. So, the defense, defense the last 2 weeks have been have played pretty well. Do you feel like they've turned the corner?
Yes. But you know me, I'm all about consistency. So they definitely look better. They definitely look more confident. Alohi Gilman has absolutely helped the defense. And the reason why is because Kyle Hamilton can move around more.
Oh, he was killing in that box, man. He was killing that box.
He hasn't been able to be because he had to play deep. So, and what I want to say though, to your point about Kyle Hamilton is just, it's crazy to have a player where if there is something wrong with your defense, that's the guy.
Then clean it up.
Insert where that weakness is and makes a difference.
Man, he was savage on Thursday night, man. Like he was smacking cats. He got hurt, came back and started smacking cats. That man, a problem. And like you said, Gilman, that strip fumble was huge.
That changed the momentum of the game because before that turnover, I mean, the Dolphins were
that's what. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
What's going? Okay. I don't know. Carl's got another question. He's talking about Roquan. He said Ro is looking fatter and slower for some reason. Like, what's going on? I thought Roquan was good. He had a nice.
I know y'all say that. I'm just not.
Folks say that a lot about Roquan.
Yes.
For real? I love Roquan. I've always loved Roquan.
You know, I don't know about all that.
Roquan caught like H.N. Yeah, H.N. He caught H.N. when he had a screen pass. He could have took that thing to the house, and Roquan made a key tackle. Because Roquan don't make that tackle, dude is gone. Like, I thought Roquan was all right Thursday. I thought he was.
And it's him looking fatter. I mean, I don't know. I need to go back to when I first started covering the team, but that hasn't been something that has been like, I didn't look at Roquan and say, "Oh, he looked like he's put on some weight." You know what I mean?
He said he's making tackles. It's the coverage. Okay, I gotta look at it. I ain't paying no mind. Roquan. I mean, I feel like it's tough, man. I mean, I'll say this much, man. An athlete fat is different from a human being, a normal individual's fat. So let me say that they different, man. It's hard for me to call an athlete fat. They different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm fat to an. I'm fat. Like, nah, man, it's different. I'm fat to an athlete. Nah, man, it's different. It's different. They different, man. But I like Roquan. I thought Roquan played well, but I gotta catch him in coverage though. But yeah, I thought the defense as a whole played well. I will say, like watching the game.
I have to watch Roquan closer, but
yeah,
I haven't seen anything. Just
I got
I'm in the press box, so I'm trying to keep track of a lot of things. At the same time, but he has not been a subject that's come up very often amongst media when it comes to his playing, right?
I mean, because Roquan is still one of the best linebackers in football. He is. I mean, he is. That's the fact. But I will say, like, the defense is interesting. That game was interesting because the Dolphins, they did march up and down the field. They just went here to put like they missed a field goal.
There was a lot of turnovers.
There was a lot of turnovers. They went for it and didn't get it. It was interesting, right? Like, so it wasn't like
that is one thing that concerns me still about the defense is
that's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
They've been getting turnovers these past 2 games. They've been getting stops, important stops.
Yeah.
So not taking any of that away from them.
Yeah,
but teams have been moving fairly easily down the field.
Exactly. That's my only concern. Like, teams are still moving, to your point. They're still moving down the field. So but the good thing is that's what's different from the other weeks, that you're keeping them out of the end zone. So that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
But that is concerning when you play the first 2 weeks. You played against Caleb Williams, who is erratic. You played against he's a local kid in the DMV area, but I gotta keep it a bean. He's erratic. Then you play, Tua, who I mean, I like Tua. I personally like Tua, but I get it. I personally like Tua, but I get it. I get it. So now, and truth be told, you're playing against a rookie next. They're playing against a rookie next week. I mean, this week. So that can still add on to
coming back.
Yeah, who's just coming back. He had his best game probably of his NFL career last week against the Lions, but still, like, he's a rookie, so you can still take advantage of that. So yeah,
the pass rush, but they do have Carl Lawson. Let's not forget him. They signed him, so he's probably done enough at this point to get into the lineup. So I'm just saying all that. Like, hopefully they have a better pass rush.
Of course,
against the Vikings.
Yeah, and then they got the trade, so they should have, right? To your point, the trade. So they got.
I don't know if they can drop him in this weekend.
Oh man, they probably will.
They might.
They'll give him a package if they desperate for a pass rusher. What you just told me. Yeah, see ball, get ball. Like, you guys treat it.
You don't need it to know anything else right now.
See ball, get ball. That's all I need. All I need is on a third down.
You're right. They might. They
On
probably
third down, go rush the quarterback. On passing downs, I ain't gonna even overthink it. For third down, go rush the passer. Go ahead, go for it.
That is your one job.
That's your one job. That's your one job. And from the stats you
In
told
the
me
past
about,
4 games, he's been able to at least get one.
there you go. The stats you ain't. That's not gonna be inactive. That's not gonna be a Jair Alexander move. No, you gonna play.
And that's actually a lot. Like 1 sack a game.
That's a
In
lot.
the past 4 games
That's
is
a
a lot.
lot. That's great play. That's hella play for real. That's hella play.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that will definitely help playing against the Minnesota Vikings. And but we can talk about that. What we doing? We ain't gonna do a pre. We can do a post. But just even talking about that a little bit. I mean, a little bit. The thing for the Ravens, I guess it can go both ways. That those two teams play the same offense. They come because they're from the same tree. Like McDaniels, they're all in the Shanahan tree. And also Kevin O'Connell, who coaches the Vikings from the Shanahan tree. So there is going to be like the Ravens they've seen something this week that's similar in terms of like offense to what they're going to see in Minnesota. So that's the thing. The only thing that also that's different though, but the only thing that's different, forget the quarterback, is that you got to go against Justin Jefferson and Addison, which is probably one of the best combo wide receivers that you're going to see in the NFL. So
that's going to be a challenge because like last year, I mean, I know things are starting to improve, but last year, Jamar Chase killed the secondary. And they didn't even have T. Higgins that game. And like he just so those matchups do give me a little pause, but it'll definitely be. I think those are the kind of matchups where you could use more of a veteran like Jair.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean,
and that's nothing against the rookie.
Of course, I get it. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Clark got his first interception last week, so nothing against the rookies. Nothing even against Nate Wiggins, but like sometimes when you're going against guys like that, you just need someone who's super gritty.
Yeah, who been there, who done it before, man.
Exactly.
Who done it before. That's all it is. That's why I get rid of him. That's why getting rid of him. I don't know who's the W.
I'm assuming you're saying that's why getting rid of him didn't make sense.
Oh yeah. I agree. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that, Carlos. I'm gonna go with that, my guy. I'm gonna go with that.
Or it's puzzling.
Well, yeah, he's right. That's why baffled. Yeah,
baffled, puzzling. Yep.
I'm with you. Carlos, we here. We here for you, buddy. I'm here for you.
I don't disagree on that.
I agree with you, man. Like you're going against, man.
I really do want to. Yeah, I want to know what that was all about.
I think we all do. I ain't gonna hold you. We think we all do. So sticking. So do you feel like back-to-back wins? Lamar's back. What's the overall mood in the locker room amongst players? And do you feel like this could start a legitimate run or push for the AFC North?
I mean, before the bye week and before they made a turnaround, that was the conversation, and that's what they kept saying is like, and when they got back from the bye, we ready to go on this run. Like that was the mindset that I believe Lamar said after the Dolphins game, but even leading up to the Dolphins game, like every game is do or die at this point. So that is the mindset. They are definitely in better spirits. They needed to get some wins. I mean, they needed to get some wins. That bye week could not have come at a better time because I really do think it was necessary. Just the way the season was going to step back. If they didn't have that bye, it could have continued to go downhill because it was just the losses were just adding up, and that could just, for a team that's used to being good, that can weigh down. It could weigh down on anybody, but especially a team that's used to winning. So the spirits are definitely higher. I mean, you heard Isaiah Likely say we back.
Yeah.
So that is where they are right now. And they just got to keep proving it because you have to win more games in this stretch than you lose.
So how much credit, if they do turn this whole thing around, how much credit, everybody's giving credit to Lamar and deservedly so. Lamar is like arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. But how much credit does Tyler Huntley deserve just to get this team back on track? Because that was a big win, knowing that you're going to get your guy back. Like you're going to get one of them ones back. and they needed this for them to have this legit possibility to actually even have an opportunity if they can win, like they can string off some games in a row to win the division, get to the postseason, do what they wanted to do, have that still all there. How big, how much credit does Tyler Huntley deserve?
He deserves a lot of credit, and I say that because being that they lost all those games leading up to the one
they beat.
I'm trying to remember which game he played.
He played the Bears game.
The Bears, yes.
Yeah, he won that Bears game. Mm-hmm.
I was getting the Rams and the Bears mixed up.
Oh no, that was all Rush.
Yeah. So anyway, right. So losing all those games and the whole Cooper Rush experience that did not pan out.
Mm-hmm.
That was a game where they just had gotten to a point where they absolutely could not lose that game.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler Huntley, he played well.
Mm-hmm.
He played so well, and they needed that. And that was kind of like a catalyst to
agreed.
Knowing you can come back and actually try to make a run.
Yeah, I agree. Carlos,
and that is what a backup quarterback is supposed to do.
Yeah, facts.
Yes, and health is definitely key for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, like you said, Snoop should have been playing instead of Rush.
Yeah, I guess they felt like he had been on the team previous years, and they signed Rush, so they kind of had to play him.
Yeah, that money dictated they had to play him. That's what.
The signs were there in the preseason.
Yeah, it was. You said it all. You were very accurate. You were very accurate, Carita.
I consistently said that. But the signs were there in the preseason. But I understand them feeling like they had to play him because they signed him. They signed him and they gave him a good amount of money.
They gave him good backup money. So they had to.
They gave him good backup money.
They had to go with it.
Unfortunately, it just came to a point where it was like, I think they just, it was visible in the Rams game. And I do feel like Snoop should have came in the second half. Yeah. But at that point, he would have had to play hero ball, and that wouldn't have really been fair to him.
Mm-hmm.
But the Rams game, it's just the offense, and it could be his style doesn't match with the style they're used to playing with, but they just were not.
Yeah,
they were not responding well, in my opinion, to Cooper Rush as an offense.
Yeah, I think Carita agreeing with you. She's like, that definitely has a similar style to Lamar in terms of the offense, but it's just. But I ain't gonna lie to you.
Still missing for me outside. It wasn't just that Cooper Rush didn't have the same playing style. I feel like a pocket passer can work.
It can. No, it can. The thing is, like, he just wasn't good. Like, I don't know how to be mean.
That's the problem. He just wasn't good.
And the thing about
receivers that can catch the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, now a little bit of part of it is the offensive line got to give you time.
Yeah.
And so that is part of it, and I understand. But yeah, he just wasn't good. And
I can say it for you. He wasn't good. Like, he was trash. I mean, you got to go these games. You got to go and cover. Let me just say it.
In addition to that, I just didn't feel the vibe. I didn't feel the vibe on the field. I didn't feel the on-field chemistry between him and the offense, or at least the weapons on the offense. I didn't feel that chemistry either.
Yeah, let me
during a game. Nothing in practice makes me come to that conclusion, because we just don't see enough of practice anyway during the season. But on the field, I just didn't see the chemistry either.
Yeah, folks in the on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button because it does well for the Ravens algorithm. Like both if you're on Bowie TV with the Urban Sports, and hit that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't as well. Subscribing is free, so you can do that as well. It's cool. It doesn't waste any time. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt your pockets. So if you're on government shutdown like me, furlough, and you ain't getting your paycheck, it's still free. You can still do it. It is what it is.
It's still wild, dude.
I know, right? It's wild, but it's cool. It's like a long-term vacay. So it's working for me without getting paid though. But it's still like a vacay. But it turns back to like, I'll say this much too. Like, I feel like I have to say it. Like, in the NFL, contracts dictate playing time sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
So
They had to try to justify paying him on
yeah, so it that will keep even though the player is better, but let's say they play it out, they see it on the field, they're gonna say, you know what, we paid this dude, this is an investment, so we're gonna give him all opportunities to be successful, even though he's trash. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Carita has been very consistent. She's been real nice. She's been real diplomatic of how she talked about Cooper Rush. I'm gonna lie to y'all. She has, because in camp we doing preseason training camp preseason, she'll be real polite, pleasant. She'll be like, "Yeah, I ain't looked at he wasn't sharp," and I'd be like, "Oh, that's cold. He was trash." So I was like, so she has been like that. He was throwing a lot of interceptions. I was like, "Damn, he's saying she is sorry as you know what." That's all I kept thinking in my mind. Like, this dude is horrible.
I was hoping that it would turn the corner. I think I had hope it would turn the corner, and it just did not. I was like, maybe with training camp, he's still trying to learn the system. But when it came to when he had, and then in the preseason, he was not playing with the ones. So I was like, all right, maybe, he need to play with the ones. But we saw that.
Yeah, Carlos saying the same thing. Yeah.
Yes,
it was a glimpse of the future. It was a glimpse of the future. It was like, Lamar, stay up. Lamar, don't get hurt.
I was saying, I hope we don't have to find out. But then Lamar did get hurt.
Yeah, he was, man.
So we had to find out.
Yeah, had to find out. And nobody wanted to find out.
Luckily, they have Snoop, real talk, because prior to them bringing Snoop back, it was Lamar, Cooper Rush, and Devin Leary.
Yeah, that was.
They would have had nobody to turn to.
Yeah, I know. That was. God bless Cooper. Like, God bless Snoop.
So very, very lucky Snoop came back. And what I didn't know, and what I think most of us learned that game, is that Snoop actually reached out to Coach Harbaugh.
Oh, really?
He would love to play for the team again.
Oh, okay.
And that's how that came about.
Are you serious? That's how it happened?
They talked about it in the after the Bears game. Coach Harbaugh and Snoop both talked about it.
Damn, so Snoop became the savior by just like volunteering himself.
And he said Coach Harbaugh,
that's crazy,
called him back pretty much immediately or hit him back up.
Yeah, it's just he's shown his worth for this team. It's not, it ain't just this that one game, but anytime he has to show up, has a play, like, he gets this team some W's, regardless of how it looks. He helps this team win.
Well, I feel like it's unrealistic to think a backup quarterback is going to carry the season. What their job is to win a few games. That's the job. I mean, because you got to hope that you don't have to rely on the backup quarterback for a whole season, right? Yeah. So all you really need them to do is win a few games and
don't lose you the game, though. That's what you
don't lose you the game. Yeah. And I do. And back to what your original question, I also feel like he not just winning that game, but he kind of breathed some life into the team.
Yeah, he says
brought some life back to the team. Because he does have that long-standing relationship with the team. And I think it was just like, it's like Snoop, it's Snoop for us.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes you got your guy with you, you just feel good. Like Carlos is saying, like, Bateman didn't seem real enthused to have Rush out there. He said he gave up on routes because Rush wasn't. He didn't feel that vibe with Rush. Maybe
I don't. And like in general, I just didn't get the sense that that the offense was feeling the vibe.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you could tell that Chicago game was so different from every other game they played. Like, can you compare like Chicago game to like how they looked against the Rams or how they looked against the Texans or whatever? Like, there was a different energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like they believed with him out there. So yeah, I mean, I feel like he deserves a lot of flowers because I feel if they do turn around, I think people should mark the Bears game and what he did in that Bears game because it seemed like it was going to go all the way left. Nonetheless, said people are complaining about Ravens not trading draft capital to acquire players. Ravens don't invest in player trade in player trades. They invest in scouting. Only a few other franchises do that. I guess.
I mean, Eric DaCosta is not going to give up a lot. He does not, like, to your point, or specifically Eric DaCosta, he does not like to give up key draft picks to bring in players. That just hasn't been his styles. And granted, I've been covering the team for just 3 seasons, but from what I've seen, that's not his style. Like what we saw with the Draymond Green,
Mike Green. Mike Green?
Dre'Mont Jones.
Oh, Dre'Mont Jones. Oh, you said Draymond Green. I was about to say, what are you talking about, Mike Green?
I cover NBA too, forgive me.
It's okay. You good.
Jones. But like we saw in that trade, Eric DaCosta didn't give up much to get him, and that's just seems to be his blueprint.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way the Ravens handle, like they should keep their draft capital because they're good at drafting. So I don't feel like they should ever they build their team in the draft, which is different from other teams. Other teams kind of like look at their receivers all from the draft. Look at their quarterback from the draft. Look at their tight ends from the draft. All impact players are, on that offensive side of football come from the draft. They draft well. Their starting cornerback Wiggins drafted, Starks drafted. They traded and got Roquan.
Marlon was a draft.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Kyle was a draft.
Kyle's a draft pick, an impact player. So they've done well in the draft. Of any team that should lean on the draft, it's the Ravens. Other teams, they'll go outside and the Eagles will go give up capital because they don't care. And they also draft well. And they also draft well. They also draft well. Not to knock their draft, but the Ravens do they do a great job at drafting. I'm not gonna act like they don't.
Now, where they may need to bring in some additional support is that offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But that's next season.
That's next season. It's hard. I'll say this, and we're about to close the stream out. I'll say this: it is hard when you got a guy like Lamar. And who can get you out of trouble running. I see why teams don't focus on offensive alignment as heavy because you feel like you got Lamar and he'll just get us out of it.
But you got to give him time. You know what I mean? He needs time.
I know. I ain't argue with you. I'm just saying, I feel like that's what teams they be taking. I'm not using the term. I don't like using the term. But mobile quarterbacks, I hate saying it. But mobile quarterbacks, guys who can forget that. Guys who can run, who are capable of running, I think GMs take them for granted. They be like, "Oh, you can run." So we don't gotta give you the best offensive lineman. All we gotta do is give you somebody who adequate. You ain't a statue, so we good. You know what I'm saying? You block it. If you for instance, Joe Flacco was here, they'd be like, "Yeah, we got we got the best offensive lineman. We gotta have the right time. We gotta have all world offensive linemen."
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? When you got Lamar, they be like, "Man, Lamar, we just gotta get a little something." Just somebody who just
imagine what he could do though if I
agree with you. Hey, Carita, I'm with you. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you how they think. They take us. I said us like I'm a freaking mobile quarterback. They take mobile quarterbacks for granted. Like I'm on the field. They take dudes like that for granted. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Oh man. Hey, Carita, we're about to end the stream. Before we end the stream, how can folks catch you on social media? How can they catch your great work at Bowie TV and your great work from Double Take Sports?
Yes, be sure to follow me on social media on all platforms at Carita C. Parks. That's where I share a wide variety of my work. All of my Ravens content is specifically on Bowie TV at Bowie TV Sports and also on Comcast in Prince George's County. And then make sure you follow my sports media company, Double Take Sports. We cover just about all the sports you can think of. So be sure to follow us at DBL Take Sports. As a matter of fact, we've got some college women's hoops starting. So tap in.
Yeah, tap in. That's what's up, man. It's dope. Yeah. So as y'all can see, it's all here. It's on the banner. It's coming through. Her stuff is long, so I had a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, she got a lot because Carita does a lot. She does a lot. But yeah, appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Got some new folks. Appreciate y'all, man. Real talk. I appreciate
y'all for tuning in. Keep watching. Keep helping us grow. put the word out.
Yeah,
Let's
facts. Put the
do
word
it.
out. Let's do it. Put the word out. Like she said, I don't want to be redundant because I hate doing that. Just do whatever Carita just said. You know what I'm saying? Carlos, I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Carlos,
KBZ,
for tapping in.
yeah,
Appreciate
KBZ, appreciate you. Nonetheless, appreciate you as
you.
well. Appreciate everybody, man. Cam, I can see you joined in from the Instagram. Cadillac C Willie 1, appreciate you for on the IG, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. But anyway, man, this has been dope. We'll do another recap.
We sure will.
We'll
Catch
do another
us
event.
after the game.
After the game, we talking Tuesday. Oh, thank you. Look at you. Keep shining. Oh, appreciate you, Carlos, man. Appreciate you, my guy. All right, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene for ages. A Yeti Deuces. We are out. Peace.